Hi, thanks for joining us. My name is David Kilroy. I'm the Program Director at the Kricker Innovation Hub, and I'm here today with Brandon Elkins to give you an entrepreneurial update about everything happening at the Kricker Innovation Hub. Brandon, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am a freshman at Shawnee State. I'm majoring in sociology, and I work with the Kricker Innovation Hub, mainly organizing a speaker series.
Thank you. Brandon, I've known you for about a year and a half now, right? And we have a lot of different projects going on. Before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about what the Innovation Hub actually is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. So the Innovation Hub is meant to inspire entrepreneurship, innovation, and creativity in our community, in the city of Portsmouth. And this Innovation Hub, the building that we're in, has a long history of inspiring entrepreneurship and of being a place of a lot of economic activity. It was built in 1890, and it was a manufacturing facility for clothes. It was a clothing manufacturer. Eventually, it became a department store for furniture, a furniture department store. And actually, that's what a lot of people remember when they walk in the Innovation Hub. The number of times that someone has walked in and said, hey, I remember coming here, with my dad, however long ago, however many years ago, right? Mm-hmm. And I was over there, and I remember the whole setup they had over there. And, it's exciting what you're doing. It's exciting that you're breathing new life into this with the Innovation Hub. So just off of that, a lot of people are interested in what we're doing, right? As I mentioned before, the mission of the Innovation Hub is to inspire entrepreneurship, innovation, and creativity. And there's a number of ways that we do that, largely through programming, which is a lot of what Brandon helps us with, right? His main project, actually, is with our Entrepreneurial Journey speaker series. This is something that we've been doing for about a year and a half, 2 years now. Brandon, do you know the mission statement really for this speaker series that we're doing? What's the goal for the speaker series?
So the goal for the series is to bring in entrepreneurs who have the experience in creating their own business and becoming successful in the business and sharing their story to inspire a community of entrepreneurs within Portsmouth. Yeah.
Would you agree that really one of the best ways to experience entrepreneurship and learn about entrepreneurship before you actually get there, right? Before you go out and start a business, would you agree that it's incredibly helpful to actually listen and talk to people who have been successful at it?
Absolutely. Experience is the best knowledge to gain going into something. Yeah. That way we don't have to make the same mistakes they did.
Hey, life's the best teacher, right? Let's think, who have some of our speakers been? Right, we've been doing this for a year and a half, 2 years. What's one of the speakers that you remember, maybe from last year?
So I remember Dale King, PSKC.
Right. Dale was actually on Shark Tank. He was on Shark Tank launching his business for workout equipment and stuff like that. He was on Shark Tank, and he lives in Portsmouth. And he came on for our Entrepreneurial Journey speaker series to talk about what exactly it is that he's doing and how he's been successful with entrepreneurship, right? To really show that anyone can be an entrepreneur. It's not something that you should feel excluded from. It's not something that you should feel you are unable to accomplish, right? That's really what we're trying to do with this speaker series. And not to mention highlight what's happening in our community. Do you remember the December speaker series?
Yes.
Yeah, when we had Winterfest, right?
Yes.
The Portsmouth Winterfest. Some of you may have actually heard about the Portsmouth Winterfest. We had 2,000 people in downtown Portsmouth to break a world record. Can you imagine having 2,000 people, that's 10% of the population, in downtown Portsmouth in the pouring rain to sing Christmas carols?
It was amazing.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That kind of energy is huge. So we brought in 2 of the organizers for Winterfest onto this speaker series, both of them entrepreneurs actually, to talk about, one, their business, right, their success, their history with entrepreneurship, and 2, starting this month-long Winterfest event. That in itself, I believe, is a form of entrepreneurship. Would you agree with that?
It was a huge success.
It was a huge success, exactly. Yes. I mean, really, the nonprofit world, the event world, doing anytime you're creating something, anytime you're building something from scratch, I think is experience that is helpful for entrepreneurship, right?
Absolutely.
So that's a little bit about what we did last year for the speaker series, but we have big plans for it, right? We really want to grow this, right? So we're continuing it in 2019. We had our first speaker, who was Nick Davis. And by the way, if you can't physically attend any of our speaker series, you can watch them live on Facebook through Facebook Live, and all of them are there in perpetuity, I suppose. If you want to rewatch Nick Davis's presentation, he had a great presentation on innovation and technology and how all of these different things are converging, such as the Internet of Things and AI and data analytics, right? All of these different topics coming together and creating new products, right? So he had a great presentation, and I would invite all of you to look us up on Facebook. Our Facebook is at SSU Innovation, the Shawnee State University Kricker Innovation Hub, and to see some of what we're putting out. But he had a great presentation, right? Brandon, what was our second speaker series?
It was Cheryl Malone. She provides resources for retired veterans.
That's right. That's right. Cheryl Malone is a retired Air Force colonel, I believe, and she really felt passionate about helping veterans and giving back.
Very passionate.
Yeah. I had a really enjoyable conversation with her about her experience, right, and how she took the skills that she learned in the military, right, and transitioned them into starting her own business, right? And like any good entrepreneur, she wanted to solve a problem, right? That's what it comes down to, is solving a problem. She saw that a lot of veterans, and especially retired veterans, did not or really didn't know how to take advantage of the resources that were available to them. So she started a business helping them take advantage of these benefits and apply them towards starting a business. So she took what she knew, she applied it towards starting a business, and she's giving back to help other veterans start businesses. Yeah. I mean, that to me is great. And she's with Wright Pat, I believe, with the Wright Pat Air Force Base. So she does a lot of work up there. We were very fortunate to have her. However, we do have another speaker series coming up here in March. Right, Brandon?
Yes, we have David Griesmeyer, who
That's right.
took a profession and blended his passion of art.
And what was that passion?
So his passion is art. It's something that he's always been passionate about, but he was a fabricator, a welder. That was his business. That was the things, that was his profession, the things that he got paid to do, and now he's found a way to do what he loves and continue to do what he loves without having to be told what to do, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. He took welding and art and started a business. He has an art installation, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. Something that he created to really bring people down to southeastern Ohio, which is where he's from. Brandon, can you tell us a little bit about his art installation?
So this art installation it's spread across the highway, really. It's right. A bunch of random pieces of art, but they're massive. It's fabrication, welding, the gigantic metal fish, huge metal trees. It's really amazing to see what he has, and the fact that he was able to create those in his own warehouse and display them for the public like that. It's actually it's one of the largest outdoor art displays in the world. That's right. In fact, I think I read somewhere that he was hoping to make it the largest, and I'm not entirely sure if he succeeded at that or not. Yeah. And the part that I love about David's story is the reason why he did that. I think that's really important. He did that because he wanted to showcase everything that southeastern Ohio has to offer and bring people down and really build up this tourism aspect
aspect of their economy, right? And like you mentioned, he had them built all along the highway. So he was trying to really emphasize this Ohio art corridor, right, where he invites you to come down to visit southeastern Ohio, and along the way see, not only his skill, right, but the skill and the talents and the dreams and the inspiration of the people who live there. So really, the why behind what he was doing to me is so important.
Absolutely.
So we're excited to have him down. Brandon, when is that happening?
That is on March 28th, actually. It'll start at 5:30 for a little meet and greet before the actual presentation, and then a Q&A session afterwards.
That's right. And I'm glad you mentioned that. It starts at 5:30. One of the things that we're really trying to do with the speaker series this year, and by the way, the speaker series, we're really looking to build it this year. The 2019 speaker series was made possible by the Koch Foundation, by the Charles Koch Foundation, through a grant. And they're supporting what we're doing to really inspire entrepreneurship in our community. So we're very grateful for that. And with their support, we can expand the speaker series. We can have this networking time, bring in new and exciting speakers, and one, they're free and open to the public, and two, have time for networking, right? Refreshments are served at every speaker series, because we're not trying to make this just an academic speaker series. We really want people to feel like this is a community space for them.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's not just a presentation. We try to make it an event.
Yes.
And that grant has helped us take that to the next level.
Yes. So we're really excited about that. And again, David Griesmeyer will be there March 28th, and we'll start at 5:30 p.m.